Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Young Frankenstein. And this movie came out in 1974, and it's written and directed by Mel Brooks, starring Gene Wilder. And I've seen this movie before, and I've always thought it was funny. And now that I've seen Frankenstein the original back to back with this, and with all that context in mind, I really enjoyed this movie. And I think I enjoyed it more this time than any other previous viewing, simply because I had a much better understanding of where the satire angles were coming from and exactly what it was poking fun at and what scenes were kind of fun to laugh at. And one of my favorite parts about this movie is that it exactly knows how long a joke it can be stretched for. And some don't really go on for very long. Others go on for like a minute tops. And I do feel as though that's like an appropriate amount of time for a joke to be stretched. Usually it's like 30 seconds is how it felt to me, but I personally never found any of the jokes to be like cringeworthy or just like taking the film to a grinding halt to just have a joke. It always served a purpose. It always made sense within the context of the scene. It's a great satire. It knows exactly what it is. And the movie does kind of somewhat have a story of its own. And it's just like following the story that you know and love and bringing something new to it. And I do feel as though that helps the movie a lot. And this movie is also held up by the performances. Like Gene Wilder, he's hilarious in this movie. And also, I didn't know this for the longest time, but Gene Hackman is also in this movie. He's only in it for one scene, but he is pretty funny. I also thought the pacing was pretty quick. It's an hour and 40 minutes, and it doesn't once feel longer than it needs to be. And also, I thought the movie was pretty well shot. It looked nice at times, and it was never like poorly filmed in any particular scene that I can think of. And there were lots of words in this movie that had like double meanings, which I found to be kind of funny, and that was like part of the joke. Is that they said multiple words that had like a double meaning to them, which I found to be quite amusing. And even if you don't quite understand what they're talking about, because some of these words you probably haven't heard in a long time or have never heard before in your life, even if that's the case for you, you can kind of understand what the characters are implying at the very least. Like, I don't quite understand the exact words that you said because I've never heard those words before in my life, but I get what you're going for. I kind of understand what's being said. I'm catching your drift. This movie had loads of memorable scenes in it, and it's also very quotable. And I know this movie is pretty iconic, and if you were to bring this up in any conversation, I'm sure anyone would agree that, yeah, it's very funny and very memorable. And I'm in that boat as well. I think it's a very good movie and very funny at times. The only issues I have with it are just a couple plot beats that just didn't make any sense to me. And I know that doesn't really matter all that much because in a comedy, things don't have to make sense. But in this movie, I just felt as though there were like a couple scenes missing. There were also some matte paintings in this movie that were pretty obvious and didn't look the very best. But I thought most of the movie looked pretty good, and I do like the scenes with Frankenstein's monster. He was hilarious to me. Just doing that the whole time is pretty funny. And that's about all I have to say about Young Frankenstein. It was a fun experience rewatching it, and each scene I could remember immediately. Oh, I remember this scene. I haven't seen this in so long, but I'm remembering everything about it. As the movie goes along, I was like, yeah, this is fun, coming back to me, and I'm enjoying rewatching this. And this movie is over 50 years old. It's crazy, and it still holds up. So definitely check this movie out whenever you get the chance. It's very funny, especially if you enjoyed Frankenstein and the original classic story. If you're a fan of that, then I'm sure you'll find plenty of enjoyment in this movie. And it's not just a film that's like, oh, we have some funny ideas, but we don't really know how to expand on those ideas. Like, the concepts of these ideas are like all we have at best. But Instead, we have a movie that actually takes these things to their logical extremes and just goes with it. And that's why I love this movie. So check this movie out whenever you get the chance. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Young Frankenstein an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Young Frankenstein, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley. Subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for National Treasure. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.